They coughed up pieces of their lungs, blood streaming from their eyes, mouths, and ears. Sight of these seemingly undead soldiers, covered in blood and staggering like zombies, struck terror into the German forces. On August 3, 1915, during the height of World War I, Lieutenant Vladimir Kotlinsky stood vigilant behind the stone walls of Osowiec Fortress in Poland. For 6 grueling months, he and his 900 comrades had defied 7,000 German soldiers, defending a fortress of immense strategic value amidst a dense, swampy forest. Life had settled into a tense monotony as both sides reached a stalemate. Kotlinsky noticed unusual activity in the enemy trenches, high-ranking German officers scanning the sky. Though the sight haunted him, he chose to remain silent, avoiding the appearance of paranoia. 3 days later, at 4 a.m. on August 6, an eerie, wavy distortion in the air heralded their nightmare. A grayish-green cloud approached the fortress, withering vegetation and killing birds in its path. The harsh stench of chemicals, chlorine and bromine gas, overwhelmed the defenders, turning into hydrochloric acid within their lungs. Without gas masks, the soldiers suffered immensely. Despite this horror, Kotlinsky rallied the remaining men for a final stand. Bloody and gasping for breath, 100 soldiers followed him in a desperate charge. Staggering like zombies, they terrified the Germans, who expected no resistance. The Germans retreated in chaos, many falling into their own barbed wire. Amidst the melee, Kotlinsky was bayoneted in the stomach, but continued to fight, spitting blood at his attacker and screaming defiantly. Their ferocious counterattack, later termed the Attack of the Dead Men, shattered the German offensive. The surviving Germans, convinced they had encountered invincible foes, refused to leave their trenches again, allowing the defenders to hold the fortress. The Germans retreated so quickly that they got caught in their own barbed wire traps. The 5 remaining Russian guns opened fire on the fleeing Germans, forcing them into flight. During the attack, Kotlinsky was mortally wounded. Despite severe gas poisoning, the remnants of the company carried the attack to the end, using bayonet tactics to gain the upper hand. Lieutenant Vladimir Kotlinsky succumbed to his injuries later that evening.